Also served as a director on various companies, and has also served as a trustee for a number of pension plans. For me, the most important thing is that he is committed to delivering information and education to the general public and is a sponsor and presenter in frequent seminars in areas such as pension planning, personal financial planning, health insurance, and risk management. He is passionate about the pension sector. So Mrs. Norton-Cook lives and breathes taxes. He lives and breathes pensions. And he believes that every worker employee should have a pension at retirement, and strongly believes that with some changes in legislation, the pension section could help to significantly transform the Jamaican economy. Please join me in welcoming St. Elmo Whyte.
Good morning, everybody. Good morning. I am very happy to be here, and I hope you are too. First, let me congratulate Scotia, as usual, for putting on this seminar. I believe passionately that seminars like this, which inform and educate the public on a matter which is of critical and national importance, such as pension funds, they are well needed and well welcomed. And I hope that, as they say, this is only one in a whole series. Because the populace, we know who we are, and we don't know much about pensions, but pension is so important that we have to try and keep on trying. So I'm going to make a presentation, and I'm told if I press green once, we go forward. So green is forward. Pensions. What really is pension? Well, pension is any income one receives after one has retired. Any income is a pension, by definition. That's what a pension is. But you have different types of pension arrangements. You have what is called approved pension arrangements, and approved there means approved by the government. All right? And that's where Mrs. Hennes comes in. She deals with approved pension arrangements. And you have non-approved pension arrangements, because anybody can set up a financial entity and say, this shall provide me with my pension. Mm-hmm. But that doesn't necessarily fall under the supervision of Mrs. Hennes. So we call those non-approved. Now, we are going to be talking here this morning about approved pension arrangements. But I just wanted to set that thing straight, because sometimes you hear somebody say, I have my pension already. But that person could very well be talking about a non-approved pension arrangement. And nothing is wrong with them, but we'll say a few more words on them, and none. So then, under the approved pension arrangements, I would like to think that we have two clear categories. Under the law, you talk about a superannuation fund. We like to call them group pension plan. That is where a company or an association sets up a plan for its members or employees. So that's a group pension plan. But the law doesn't speak about a group pension plan. It speaks about a superannuation fund. Then, we have been hearing this morning a lot about IRAs, individual retirement accounts. Yes, we call them that colloquially, but the law doesn't speak about individual retirement accounts. It speaks about approved retirement schemes, which are pension plans for individuals from anywhere, so long as they are not in a group pension plan. So an ARS, and what Scotia is doing here is educating you and informing you about their ARS, their approved retirement scheme, which is set up for people who do not belong to a group pension scheme. Okay? That is how the thing works. And I'm going to talk about both of them, but then maybe come down heavy on the side of the approved retirement scheme, and then we all do it, but really the real name is approved retirement scheme. So then, we are going to be doing that, and then I'm going to make a few comments and a few things about the law. Okay, the first thing, what types of pension plans do we have? Now, on the group side, the group pension plan, and I use that because it's easier, right? We have, I would say, two types. We have what is called a defined contribution plan and what is called a defined benefit plan. So let's deal with the defined contribution plan first. It's very important that we get the definitions right before we start to talk about these entities. The defined contribution plan means all that is defined in the rules of the plan is how much contributions the employer makes and how much contribution the member makes. It operates almost like a bank account. The member has an account, the money earns into contributions earn interest, and it accumulates, and at retirement age, you will see in the member's account, this is my contribution, it is amounted to this lump sum. This is the employer's contribution, it is amounted to this lump sum. The total is A plus B, and that is the money which is held right at retirement on behalf of the member. So when, for a plan like that, that complicated formula that Mrs. Norton put up there becomes very simple for the lump sum. For that plan, it is a quarter of the amount held at your credit. Yeah. So if 10 million was held at your credit when you retired and you wanted the maximum lump sum, then you could get 2.5 million in your hand, tax-free. Mm-hmm. Right? So it also shows that although what goes in without tax should always come out without tax, with tax, in the pension plan, you get really a free lunch. And it's quite a free lunch.
No dessert.
Right? No dessert, but quite a free lunch. Okay, so that's the defined. So when you get that lump sum, the rest of it, the actuary will use his factors and calculate how much monthly income that lump sum that you have left behind, that would be the 7.5 million in my scenario, how much per month that can buy for you as a pension. Okay? That's how that plan works. Okay, the defined benefit plan. What do we mean by this? Okay, and you notice the first one is you define the contributions. When you reach retirement, that is the only time you know what your pension benefit will be. Right? You don't know before. Okay. Now the defined benefit, what that plan does is define the pension benefit that you will get. Right? That's what it does right up front. This is the benefit you will get. Then the actuary has to answer the question, how much contribution is necessary to fund that benefit? So one, you define the contribution, and whatever benefit is bought, so be it. The other one, you define the benefit, and then you ask, what is the contribution required to fund the benefit? Okay. Now, the defined benefit, there are two popular ones in Jamaica and the world. One where your pension is based on your final salary, the one at retirement, or the average of your salary near to retirement. Now, listen to this carefully. Suppose the pension formula said that your pension shall be 2% of, you can write it, it's very important, 2% of your final salary times your number of years service. 2% times your final salary times your number of years service. Now, up front, if your pension formula said, if your pension plan said that, and you enter the workforce, and you know you're going to work 35 years, you could multiply the 35 by the 2%. How much do you get? 70. So you would know from day one that whatever your salary at retirement is, you are going to get 70% of that salary. You don't have to know what the salary is. That's not important. We heard that beautiful young lady And if it was when I was a bit younger, you know, I would ask for the phone number. Who said, look,